All right, guys, in this video, we are going to navigate the Contacts tab. If you are just starting with the CRM, you need to start here. Getting contacts into the system is the most important piece because it is a contact relation management tool. You have to have contacts inside of the system. So we're going to navigate to the Contacts tab right here. And when I navigate to the Contacts tab, that's going to open up this screen. And you will see that I already have a couple of contacts inside of the system. If you are not seeing contacts, you do need to import your contacts. And we typically will do that underneath the import contacts feature if you have a CSV list. Okay. So I'm going to go through this top tab first, and then I'm going to make a specific video about importing contacts. So, and then I'm also going to make a couple different things regarding what the contacts look like, okay? So general overview of the contacts section. On this left-hand side, if we want to add a contact individually, we can click on this button right here, and we can enter their name right here, their email, and their phone number, okay? We can choose their time zone if we would like to. We can say what type of contact they are. Now you can actually change this section so that way you could say like, hey, this is a realtor, this is a loan officer, or something along those lines. I'll show you how to do that in a later video, but just know that this contact type can change, okay? And in addition to that, you can also say, hey, I want to add this contact, but I don't want the system to send them text messages. You can enable or disable D&D, okay? Now on this top hand field right here, you will see that this says D&D all channels, but you can also D&D inbound calls and SMS. So if you get one of those people like we all do who's a little bit crazy, you can enable or disable their inbound calls and SMS features. Okay, so we would add our contacts one by one. Okay, now you'll see right here that we can mass add them to the opportunity tab. We can add them to automation. So if I wanted to add this person to automation, I can click add to automation and then add them to the automations from this screen right here. This is a mass SMS tool, which is really great. If you're doing mass texting, you could select the different people right here and then click send SMS and create a message that would go out to each of those people. Okay. We also have mass email. Okay. So with the email feature, you can create newsletters, you can create different lists, and you can send emails to people, very similar to how you can with the mass SMS tool. Okay. Here we have our tags. Now you'll see right here I have different tags on these different clients. I use tags to segment the lead. So you'll see, for instance, Jim Bob McTest is a realtor. I want to add the tag realtor right here. If I wanted to remove a tag from somebody, let's just say this one right here, and I wanted to remove them, I can click on the remove tag feature, and my action name would be remove, and then I can remove the name via lookup. Okay, so again, you can add tags from the contacts field, you can remove tags, and now that will perform this action. She will have this tag removed. Okay, we also have the send review request. Sorry, I skipped over delete. If you ever need to delete a contact, here's where you will go to delete said contact. So you can delete this contact right here by clicking on this and then typing the word delete. Okay, we have send review requests. So you can send specific review requests to your clients directly from the contact tab. You can export your contacts. So let's just say you wanted to export this entire list. You can click export contacts. That'll export it into a CSV file for you to then be able to import somewhere else should you need to. And we also have the import contacts. We talked a little bit about this, but this is where you would bring your contacts into the system. Okay. Email verification is really cool because it actually shows you, hey, this is a valid email. Make sure that you do have this enabled if you are planning on doing mass emails from the system, because the system will sometimes block you from sending emails if you do not verify the emails. You get that 24-hour ban. So that's because of the email verifications. You can also add or edit companies right here. You do have the feature to do WhatsApp. You have to connect your WhatsApp inside of the system, and you can also merge contacts. So let's just say I'm like, oh shoot, this contact right here is actually the same as this contact. I can highlight these and click the merge contact feature and then merge the two different contacts together. Okay, they now become one contact. Okay. Columns. So you guys will notice right here that the system defaults to name, phone number, email, date created, last activity. These are what are called columns. You can choose what columns that you would like to put in. So if you have specific things that you would like to see, like message body or last note, you can highlight those. Now, just note that the system will not save this view. You have to create a smart list in order to save this view. I'll show you how to do that in a later video, but the columns, you can edit these, and then you can also search for specific contact names in order to find them inside of the system. Okay, so if I type in J, click edit, or J, oh, let's see. Gotta have 3 characters apparently. There's no Johns inside of my system, so let's do Samantha. What was that contact name? I don't even remember. Savannah. Jeez. S-A-V. If I wanted to find this contact, there they would be. Okay. Filters. This is where you guys will be able to filter between contacts. This is what we actually use to create smart lists. I'll show you guys that in the video. If you notice that I have a bunch of different lists up here, these are the smart lists. And like I said, I have a video on how to create those. So I'll list that right below so that way you guys can get into that. Okay, so contacts, this is where we go to import and create contacts. I'm going to show you guys the contact card in the next video.